Call me crazy, call me stupid, people.
Well, guys, the destruction of the East Coast looks like a
Superstorm is coming!
Especially when you get FEMA coming out and making some of these statements, and then the
really? Like we didn't try to fucking warn you people.
Now I'm watching this Sandy.
Okay, so Superstorm is coming. This is predicted by all these weathermen coming out saying that we have this superstorm coming, and everybody's saying, oh, it's not going to happen, nothing's going to happen, 2012's going to come on, nothing's going to happen.
So it's a warm storm.
What the fuck is a superstorm?
Cold, which is
what was a storm several years back that
big,
just freaking
cold air masses moving
crazy.
down,
people were
Can
crazy.
you imagine, like, frozen
I don't know if you
rain
guys
and
remember, I was driving
chunks
for
coming
Checker Cab at
and
the time,
and the water hitting
and just like,
this
weather came along and just
freezing and going over. I mean, this is not good.
took out all
This
the
is not
power,
good either,
took out all the
because
stores,
you need
freezers,
to get
everything,
ready to
you know.
evacuate in some areas,
And people are saying,
this was just,
nothing can
put
happen,
out
nothing
a few
can
minutes
happen.
ago, and it was put out by
2012's going to come along, nothing's going to happen.
They're calling destruction to the East Coast. I'm going to put the link up.
I tell you, people, from what I'm hearing on this right now,
but this is what they're saying.
Superstorm coming, and a lot of people think that they don't want it to happen.
If you're evacuating,
yeah, they don't want it to happen because, hey, we've been right all freaking long. 2012's coming along.
I don't know. I'm just
oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Try to figure this out. But evacuating, bring checkbooks.
You got to bring your checkbooks, your ID, your, you know, your Social Security card, your birth certificate, all this other stuff. We're preparing for destruction of the East Coast, New York, whatever you want to call it, whatever's on the East Coast. Okay. So, you know, I looked at some of this stuff that they're talking about. You know, like I was looking at the weather map the other day. Superstorm. I seen the same thing a while back. It was like little splotches everywhere, and I said, you know, something crazy's gonna. Oh no, that happens all the time. That happens all the time. Crazy. I mean, I don't see anything now. I'm looking at one of my weather things here. Let's see. I'll pull one up for you. Radar scope. And I'll just zoom out on it. I'm looking at my area, which is Indiana. And I'll play a loop of it. And of course I probably won't see anything. Then I'll see a little bit here and a little bit there. Or maybe little splotches here and there, you know. Nothing's showing up right now. Except for the areas that it's supposed to be showing up. Okay, so I pull up this other one, which is my radar. Nothing. A minute ago it was showing some rain towards Oregon and Washington and California and that area, Idaho area, Montana. Somewhere up in there, and then all of a sudden now it's not even showing anything. Maybe it's because I'm doing this video. I don't know. It seems awful funny. Yeah, I just kind of woke up, so yeah, it's kind of freaking messy, but who cares, you know? But yeah, there's nothing really going on, you know. Everybody says there's a superstorm coming. I don't see it, people. Where's it coming from? Is it just going to hit us all at once, you know? It's going to be a wham bam thank you man, part of the U.S. government. Another little thing that they're creating, you know. We had our 9/11, we had our Gulf oil spill. Now what? We're going to have destruction and mayhem because they've been using this HARP machinery and these spraying of these chemtrails and things that are going on behind the scenes that nobody really wants to pay attention because it's all a bunch of bullshit, you know. Jesse Ventura doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about either, evidently. And none of us 9/11 truthers, you know, we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. We have no freaking idea. Okay, then. What's up with the Superstorm? Where did it come from? Do we always have these superstorms? Because I've never heard of them before. Maybe I'll go in here and Google Superstorm. What's a superstorm? Okay. I'm gonna Google Superstorm here. Superstorm. What's it gonna give me? Oh, Sandy. First thing comes up with one of the three things is Sandy. For reason why Sandy is expected to be a superstorm. Superstorm. Yeah, I don't see anything past. Forecast Superstorm 2012, Global 12. Seattle Superstorm 2012 trailer. Superstorm Sandy takes its aim. All in 2012. That's awful funny. 2012, but nothing is mentioned before about a superstorm ever that I see in history. I mean, I could be wrong. I could search back, go through the 10 here. And I'm looking at Google, so solar superstorm of 1859. 1859. Who in the fuck was around in 1859? Okay, so the solar storm of 1859. Long time ago. What happened in 1859? Does anybody know? Solar storm 1859, also known as the 1859 solar superstorm. Solar superstorm, wow. The Carrington unit was a powerful solar storm of 1859 during solar cycle 10. It produced the largest known solar flare, which was observed and recorded by Richard C. Carrington from August 28, 1859 until September 2. Numerous sunspots and solar flares were observed on the sun. Just before noon on September 1, the British astronomer Richard Carrington observed the largest flare, which caused a major coronal mass ejection. So it happened back then, so it can't happen now. Is that what all you non-believers are saying? It can't happen now. To travel directly towards Earth, taking 17 hours, such a journey normally takes 3 to 4 days. The second CME moved so quickly because the first one had cleared the way of the ambient solar wind plasma. On September 1st, 1859, Carrington and Richard Hodgson and other English amateur astronomers independently made the first observation of a solar flare because of the simultaneous crossing observed in the Kew Observatory. Magnetometer recorded by Balfour Stewart and geometric storm observed the following day. Carrington suspected of solar terrestrial connection. Worldwide reports on the effects of the geomagnetic storm of 1859 were called and published on Elias Loomis, which supported the observation of Carrington and Balfour Stewart. On September 1 to 1859, the largest recorded geometric storm occurred we're seeing around the world. Aurora, when we're seeing around the world. Even the Caribbean, those in the Rocky Mountains, were so bright that their glow awoke gold miners who began preparing breakfast because they thought it was morning. People who happened to be awake in the northeastern U.S. could read a newspaper by the aurora light. Telegraph systems all over Europe and North. So it sounds like we're, superstorm, solar superstorm. This is a solar superstorm. Doesn't say anything about a superstorm. It says a solar superstorm. So, does anybody know if we had any mass solar injections here lately? And if not, then is a superstorm just going to be something that's going to happen that's needed? Let's see. Solar Storm 1859. Great Solar Storm 1859. Strongest solar flare on record. Oh, here solar flares. Solar superstorm, whatever you want to call it. But nothing of a regular, just superstorm. So is this a superstorm of the sun or a superstorm because it's a superstorm or what? NASA's 2013 solar flare warning how much we do we need to worry. So evidently NASA has warned of this storm or No. Let's go back here. Solar flare warning. So that'll be next year. We'll get a solar flare warning. I don't know, people. You know, I just get angry every time people say that shit can't happen, shit can't happen, nothing's gonna happen. If it does, well, you know, things happen, blah blah blah. Yeah, right, okay. So what happens when we warned you about it, you didn't prepare for it, and of course I'm not prepared for it. I don't give a fuck. You know, my maker comes and he wants me to go, then it's my time to go, right? Well, most people just don't care. You know, it goes in one ear and out the other. Wow, whatever. It's not gonna happen. Yeah. Well, if it happens, it happens. That's the way I see it. But you know, if you're warned about it and you don't prepare for it, and or you don't prepare for it because you just don't care, then that's one thing. But if you don't prepare for it, it's because everybody says it's happening. You say, well, you believe everything you hear, blah blah blah. Yeah, I do believe some of the things I hear. Because it could happen. Lots of things could happen. You know, people warn you all the time that things could happen. And a lot of people don't listen to what happens. A bad thing happens, right? So, me, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if it happened. A lot of people would. They're like, oh my God, it's happening. We should have listened. Yeah, you should have listened. Again, there's a lot of people out there that say, well, we could have listened, but, you know, with the economy the way it is, there's nothing I can really do about it. It's like, yeah, I can't really do anything. I'll live day to day. You know, if I got to meet my maker, then I got to meet my maker. That's how I see it. But I do believe a lot of stuff that's going on, and I do believe things that are coming out. I might not believe in the Mayan calendar thing, but what happened to the Mayans? What really happened to them? That's what I want to ask. Anyways, Neo Crips out.